Imagine a lost world, a vast and ancient continent hidden beneath the depths of the ocean, filled with secrets and untold riches, a place so mysterious that it's been whispered about for centuries. This is the story of Lemuria, the lost continent that may have existed long before any known civilization. But does it? And if it did, what happened to it? Welcome back, explorers. Today, we're diving into one of the most captivating and controversial mysteries of our time, Lemuria. Is it a myth, a forgotten chapter in human history, or could it have been a real place that time itself has erased? Lemuria first gained widespread attention in the 19th century, but its origins go much further back. The term Lemuria was coined by a zoologist named Philip Sclater in 1864 when he proposed the idea of a land bridge between Madagascar and India to explain the presence of similar species of lemurs in both regions. He hypothesized that an ancient continent, now sunken beneath the sea, had once connected these lands. Sclater's theory was based on the presence of certain animal species found in isolated regions, suggesting that they had once lived on a large landmass that had since disappeared. But the idea of Lemuria didn't stop with biology. As the idea spread, it took on a life of its own, becoming a focal point for all kinds of myths, legends, and speculations about lost civilizations. Some believed Lemuria was the cradle of an ancient civilization far more advanced than any we know. Others suggested it was the birthplace of humanity itself, with its people possessing extraordinary wisdom and technology. The idea of Lemuria even intersected with spiritual movements like theosophy, where it was described as a land of mysticism, knowledge, and even telepathic powers. But there's a catch. No concrete evidence has ever been found to prove that Lemuria ever existed, and scientific theories have since debunked many of the ideas around it. So what happened? Let's break down the mystery. Today, the most widely accepted scientific theory is based on plate tectonics. Scientists argue that the land masses we see today were once part of a supercontinent known as Gondwana, which began breaking apart around 180 million years ago. As this happened, some areas of land were submerged, and the idea of a lost continent like Lemuria was born. However, there's no geological evidence to support the idea of a large sunken continent in the Indian or Pacific Oceans where Lemuria is said to have been located. Instead, scientists propose that the species Sclater referred to, like lemurs, are simply remnants of early evolutionary developments, not proof of a lost continent. Despite the lack of scientific backing, the idea of Lemuria continues to capture the imagination of many. Why? Because it taps into something deeper, something more than just geology or biology. It represents the allure of lost knowledge, ancient wisdom, and the idea that there could be parts of our world that we've completely forgotten. Could the legend of Lemuria be a metaphor? A symbol of humanity's search for higher understanding? Some theorists, like Helena Blavatsky, the co-founder of Theosophy, believe that Lemuria was the home of the root races, a concept that tied humanity's spiritual evolution to ancient, advanced civilizations that transcended the material world. According to Blavatsky and others, Lemuria was not just a physical place, but a spiritual one, where beings of light, wisdom, and extraordinary power lived and interacted with the world in ways we can only dream of today. But what if there is something to the idea that Lemuria was a real place, long lost to the oceans? Could there be evidence hidden beneath the waves? Over the years, explorers and researchers have claimed to find mysterious ruins and structures deep in the ocean off the coast of India, Madagascar, and even the Pacific Islands. Some say these are remnants of a lost civilization, while others argue they're simply natural formations or the result of geological activity. One of the most famous examples comes from the waters near Yonaguni, Japan, where a massive step-like formation has been found. Some believe this could be the remains of a man-made structure, possibly linked to the lost civilization of Lemuria. Others dismiss it as a natural rock formation, but the mystery continues. So, what's the final verdict on Lemuria? A myth? A forgotten history? Or is it a shadow of an ancient civilization that might one day be rediscovered? The truth remains elusive. Whether it's a tale of ancient wisdom, a legend of lost lands, or just a theory built on misplaced fossil evidence, Lemuria continues to intrigue and inspire. It's a reminder that even in the modern age, there are still mysteries left unsolved, hidden beneath the sands of time, or perhaps the depths of the sea.